Just coming back to that consumer activism a bit, so technology is also on our side as well. So how do you think that consumer activism is helping marketeers stand for more and organisations as a whole stand for more?
I think it's such an exciting time, actually. You know, and like you say, because of technology, because of the internet, you know, knowledge is power. People are much more aware of what is happening and how they can actually be a big part of that change. You know, I was watching the film. I mean, you're talking about the election and how everyone needs to go out and vote. I highly recommend everybody watches the film that Leonardo DiCaprio just launched, Before the Flood. And I think everybody needs to watch that. It's a terrifying film, but it's obviously based on real truth and very real situations that we're all facing right now. And in that film, there's an interview with Barack Obama and Leo. And they're talking about climate change. And Leonardo DiCaprio was asking Barack Obama how, you know, how he had clearly faced a lot of challenges around trying to push for more change around climate change. And Barack Obama said, and actually I'm going to quote him here, he said, if someone came into power now and started to campaign against climate science, reality has a wonderful way to bop you on the nose if you're not paying attention. The public is starting to realize the science, and you can't refute it or dispute it. It's starting to affect many people directly, and the public will start to pressure governments to take action. And I think it's, you know, it's not happening enough, but the more that people will start to be impacted by things, the more that people will start to, you know, lobby the government or put pressure on the government. And I think consumer activism works in a very similar way. In the 1990s, obviously you had the boycott against Nike for the way that Nike was doing business. And it fundamentally impacted Nike's bottom line. And as a result, Nike now do things in a very different way. You know, they're much more open, they're much more transparent. And I think, you know, we're now, even now, there's the big campaign that's happening against the Daily Mail for all of the ridiculous headlines that they're spewing. And now, you know, I've signed the petition. I'm sure that you've signed the petition. Like, if you haven't signed the petition, I highly recommend you signing the petition. Because now people have a voice, and people can start to, you know, make people and companies accountable. And I think that's the power that we're, you know, it's an exciting time. And I do think that, yeah, it's just showing the power of the consumer's voice and how that is making companies and brands need to be more responsible.